Hello and welcome to True Audiophiles. Today I'm going to talk about the demise of Vinyl Me Please. Kind of a sad day in the industry because I think it was a really cool service and they really made some great titles, and I really appreciated the work that was done on the titles that they released. Every one that I had purchased sounded very good. But I have to be honest with you, I kind of saw the writing on the wall. Seems like it's been a long time coming. I stopped subscribing to Vinyl Me Please probably about 2 years ago, maybe 3, I can't remember. It's right around 2 years ago, I think. And a big part of it was just because they really just started jacking the prices up to the point where I just didn't feel they had the value in them anymore. They just weren't worth the extra money that you were paying for these titles. And they kept delaying when they were going to open their own pressing plant, and I just didn't see the value in it anymore. And so I stopped a couple years ago. I'm guessing that I'm not the only one, given their circumstances that they're in now. I think people just were fed up with paying that extra pricing that they wanted to charge. So, but it is a sad day because they did make some great product, but it looks like, between the issues that they had with their CEO that started that pressing plant, and they were kind of funneling money into that pressing plant against the wishes of the board, and all the other factors that I know there's a lot more to that than I'm saying, but I just wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit. I think that was kind of the true beginning of the end when that was announced and when they fired him, and they just seemed to go steadily downhill, slower and slower from everything I saw. But it is sad because they, like I said, they made some great product, but I hope that you guys didn't get snubbed by putting in any kind of annual subscription fees, and or that you're getting reimbursed, because I've heard there might be some issues with some of that. But I'd be interested to hear some comments in the comment section about that, and whether you guys have been able to get your money back for those that have paid into the subscription for the year. I know that I guess they had some delays in shipping some of the records of the month over the past month or so, maybe 2, but now it looks like you're just not going to get them, unfortunately. So, but anyway, like I said, it was sad because I have a great Miles Davis box set that they made. I actually have a Metal Blade box set that I thought sounded decent, but one of the big reasons that I just couldn't justify paying for these things anymore was almost every one of those, there was definitely a decent amount of surface noise. I know that a lot of their stuff was done in Czechoslovakia. Was it ZZ? I can't remember the name of the pressing plant now. I'm sure someone will correct me on here, but basically the pressing plant from Czechoslovakia, they used to get that stuff pressed there, and that pressing plant's really a crapshoot. They're better than URP or Memphis pressing, but not quite at the levels of like QRP and RTI and now Fidelity Pressing. But anyway, that was another reason why I kind of decided to skip, because the ones that I was getting still had a decent amount of noise, even though they sounded good from a mastering perspective. So, but I just think there were a lot of factors working against them, and sadly it caught up with them. But I'd love to hear your take and what your thoughts are. Did you sign up for Vinyl Me Please for any period of time at all? Do you have any Vinyl Me Please reissues that you have that are kind of your go-to titles? Be curious to hear what your thoughts are, and what you think about why they lost their way and lost the business. But I think a lot of it came down to price, and they were just getting too expensive. So pretty hard to sustain that. So anyway, just wanted to kind of make a quick video about that, and love to hear your thoughts on that. So that's everything I have for this video. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing if you subscribe. If you don't subscribe, please do so. I'd love to see some new subscribers. And I want you to have yourself a good rest of the day and a good rest of the week. Thanks a lot.